Change fatigue is one of the most common reasons I hear when AI initiatives stall, but I think we're focusing on the wrong problem. Most people aren't tired of change, but they are tired of unclear priorities, disconnected initiatives, inconsistent leadership, and being asked to change how they work without understanding how it connects to business outcomes. To make the most progress with AI, focus on building greater capacity to move through change, what I call change velocity. I'm Julie Stone, Group Vice President and Chief Learning Officer at TTEC. Over the last 2 decades, I've led workforce transformation, operating model redesign, and AI adoption across companies including The Hartford, Prudential Financial, eBay, and now TTEC. Here's what I've learned. AI transformation isn't primarily a tech challenge. Like all others, it's an organizational capability challenge. That's why I use my CLOSE framework to help leaders find out if they're ready for transformation. Culture, leadership, operating model, strategy, and enablement. Together, these 5 elements determine an organization's capability for change velocity. So, where do you get started? First, make sure you're aligned before you accelerate. Many organizations start with tech, but without the clarity and alignment on what outcomes they expect the tech to change. Before launching your AI initiative, ask these questions to check for alignment. The top one, what business outcomes are you trying to impact? And then, how do you expect AI to change the work? Speed it up, reduce handoffs, improve accuracy, improve quality. From those, how are you going to know if it's working? So, what metrics are you going to watch? Finally, ask yourself if all your leaders are aligned on what success looks like. And if those answers aren't clear, more tech isn't going to give you results. Second, design for your people on the front line. One of the biggest mistakes organizations make is assuming that an executive vision is going to translate into workforce adoption. It doesn't. People don't adopt AI because leadership is excited about it. They adopt it and change how they work when it helps them do their work better. So, while you do have to ask, how do we communicate the change? That alone isn't enough. You also have to have some sense of how that change is going to be useful for your employees. When they see immediate value in their daily work, they're going to get excited and they're going to get on board. Third, redesign work through discovery, not only prediction. This is a tough one. How do you know what work people should do more or less of before you've even deployed AI? You won't always know the answer, but you can start with a hypothesis and test it. Get comfortable with not knowing the end state of your redesign and just get started. You can prep beforehand to help you along the way. Some good places to start is looking where you have high volume work, then understand within that work where people spend the most time, where the friction points and bottlenecks are, and what those look like when they're improved. And then you just get started. I guarantee you will learn things you didn't know beforehand. Maybe hidden process steps that nobody wrote down, adjacent processes from other teams that now have to also change. You might even find that your employees need new skills that they didn't need before. But these aren't failures, they're signals. They're signals that tell you how you need to continue to change next. So, for example, where are the employees using AI in ways that you didn't anticipate? Is work becoming easier or faster? There might be new bottlenecks that emerge. There might be new risks or quality issues that surface because you changed the workflow. What new opportunities might be appearing? So again, these are signals that tell you what to fix, optimize, and redesign next. They're not failure signals. They're evidence that you're learning what allows work redesign to evolve beyond the original plan. And so, to recap, the goal isn't AI adoption, it's better work. And the organizations that succeed with AI, they don't have perfect roadmaps from day one, but they do build the capability to learn faster, adapt faster, and redesign work faster. That's change velocity. And in the age of AI, it may be the most important competitive advantage you can build.